Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Anonymous, and in this channel, we talk about gang stalking. We talk about how I'm dealing with it. I tell you some of the stories, that I have lived, and I share with you my experiences. So, I want to talk to you about fighting this thing. So, how do you fight a psychological war that is all encompassing? Like someone said, psychological attacks are impossible to block, they are impossible to prove, and they have their effect over time. And sinister is, if you do not know what sinister is, that is exactly what sinister, that should be the actual definition of sinister. That it is something that can be done in public, that cannot be detected, and that it does its damage over time. Now, the thing is that because I have been fighting this for so long, I am growing aware of what these psychological attacks actually are made of, and yeah, one of the ways that they have that I found them to be was, through the hookups, through the people that that are just casually having a conversation with you, and they're always indirect, and they're supposed to make you pretty much think less of yourself, and not by a lot. None of them are direct. They're just a little bit here and there, and with time it just has its effect, which I think is fucking fascinating. Let me tell you, it's fascinating, it's amazing, it's sinister. It is really incredible, and I myself have found it incredible, how I have been able to pretty much understand all of these psychological attacks. So gang stalking doesn't only mean that you're getting followed, that you're getting harassed directly, but a lot of it is indirectly. A lot of it is online. A lot of it is a lot of it is via these casual conversations that you have. And well, here I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I know it's isolating, and isolating yourself is not good, but but a lot of these things are not, how do you say, a lot of these tactics cannot be done unless your perception is completely twisted. So for example, if someone says asshole, like somewhere, when you're on the street, it doesn't, unless you believe that people are continuously saying asshole to you, you are not gonna take it into consideration that that's actually being directed at you. So the less the lower self-esteem you have, and the more you are drawn into the belief that people everywhere are calling you asshole, are calling you faggot, when you hear those words being mentioned outside, you are not gonna feel that those are directed to you unless you believe they are. So that is why perception, a good self-image, a good perception that you have of yourself is crucial, because a lot of these things are perception. So for example, if you believe that everyone on the street is saying asshole to you, and you believe it's directed at you, even when they're on their phone, you're not gonna pretty much accept it. You're gonna believe that it was told to someone else. Maybe the person is on their phone, and and they're saying, "Oh, asshole," to whoever they might be texting. I have seen someone, a customer, literally, like I was helping the customer, and he was looking at me, and he literally said, "Whore," like that, like he literally said "whore" to my face in a whisper, and like I saw his lips move, I saw his eyes look straight at me in my eyes, and he literally said that. But I don't care. I mean, why would that matter when I don't know you? But not all targets have that mentality. First, I already took out their insults as being significant to me, because to me, gang stalkers really are nothing. They don't matter. Their opinions, whatever it is, that it doesn't matter. It doesn't. And my way of dealing with this is pretty much only considering the people who I can see the light, like who is a manipulator and who isn't, by the light that you see in them when you encounter these people, and there's not a lot of them. So when you see these people, it is pretty much the people that I am going to pretty much share conversations with that are significant. And that is pretty much that is the win-win strategy. It is pretty much, if I'm online, I'm gonna only share my successes. So for example, that the fact that we had 155 impressions of my videos, which is big, at the greatest amount of impressions that I have had on this channel, that was yesterday, which makes me feel really good. And of course I'm gonna share that on Facebook, but I am not gonna be pretty much depending on I am not going to be, sharing all those goals with people who I know that have behaved in a manner that is directly related to the gang stalking, or to anyone that has envy or whatever, Like now, because of gang stalking, I can see a lot of that now. And therefore, I am only keeping pretty much all my thoughts to me, and I am keeping myself sociable by just at work. I am literally just doing work stuff. When I'm by myself, I'm watching things that are entertaining me, and I am keeping all the thoughts of gang stalking compartmentalized to these videos. So like, I am keeping all my thoughts literally of things that matter, of things that actually affect my psychology, as I'm only compartmentalizarlos to only these videos. There has been a lot of emotional turmoil in this past couple of videos. I know there has. You have seen it. The perception of myself, it's gone insane. It's gone really, really crazy. But I feel that I am coming back to like a sense of homeostasis, of where I am back at like normal, whatever normal may be in this case. But as you can see, I'm still in a state of confusion. I feel confused. I feel like I do feel trapped. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel trapped. I think it would be impossible for anyone not to. But I do not feel hopeless. I remember that when I was at work, I could hear the gang stalkers say, he's fighting it. Because I am gonna be fighting it, and I'm not gonna stop fighting it. because that's the only thing I can do. But my way of fighting it is not the way that gang stalkers expect you to fight it. The way that gang stalkers expect you to fight it is by trying to get revenge, to become vengeful and hateful, and to literally try to fight everyone. But they're well aware that it is impossible to fight everyone. It is. And if you're getting gang stalked, you shouldn't try to fight everyone. You shouldn't let your heart fill with hate or with disdain. You shouldn't have a plan to murder people or to assassinate. And no, nothing like that, because you shouldn't. That is what they want. They want you to want to try to get revenge. They want to. Well, I already told you. Someone tried recording me when they were asking, "So are you gonna try to get revenge or something?" No, because that is not my battle. My battle is try to fight everyone by getting to know myself better, by trying to make the best, by turning this whole operation into a project where all I do, where my goal is literally to understand as much of it as possible so that people can understand what gang stalking truly is about. So I am willing to go through it. I'm down for it. I'm down for the battle. And my battle is to keep a sane mind, to not allow myself be filled with hate, and to somehow make this build the capacity and the sight, the foresight, to understand all the manipulation tactics and just make it publicly available. That's what I want. I have literally turned this entire gang stalking operation into a self-discovery project where I understand the manipulation, I understand its effects on my psyche. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel beat. I do feel beat, but I do not feel hopeless because that's what it's about. It's about, getting beat down to the floor and now recuperating and finding out what was effective, what wasn't, how I'm recovering, and how I'm getting back up onto my feet, and how I am somehow being able to manage this. That's what I want. I am down for this game. I am not gonna play a victim. I'm not gonna feel sorry for myself. That's why I'm not running away. I'm not going to change the states. I'm not going to go somewhere else. At least not yet. Why? Because I want to understand more of it. I could easily just go live with my mom. And make these videos continuously 24/7. But no, I'm not doing that. I am staying here because I want to learn more. If it wasn't for that decision, I would have never been able to understand how gang stalkers actually talk to you to your ear. But because of that, now I understand. And now the world knows how that's done. And that made it all worth it. If I end up going crazy in the end, it's fine. But at least now the world knows how gang stalking is actually done. In my future videos, we're gonna talk more about the psychological effects of the underhanded, the doublespeak of everything. I'm gonna tell you how at work, my coworkers were literally trying to connect me. Gang stalking is supposed to create a permanent connection where you are hypnotized by the sounds, by the words that they said, and therefore you're supposed to be stuck in the trauma. That's the end game of gang stalking, guys. It is to traumatize you to such a point that you literally just become a walking zombie. No one talks about that. No one has ever talked about that. And I think, and this is why I think that happened. It's because when you're getting gang stalked, you do not think of anything else other than gang stalking. And therefore, there's no space in your mind or bandwidth to create these videos. But somehow, the fact that I am understanding how gang stalking is done, the purpose of connection, it is giving me the mental space to be able to create these videos to inform everyone of how this goes down, of what it is, of what it's supposed to happen. This is why this is why people, you know, this is why I believe that people feel comfortable saying, oh yeah, if you give me money online, if you give me money, I can take you off the gang stalking list. You know why? Because once that people give that person money, guess what? They're gonna have less money. they're gonna get gang stalked. And therefore they're gonna feel even more sorry for themselves. Therefore, they're gonna be able to get connected quicker because they're gonna have less resources. And if they're gonna have less resources, they're not gonna have anything to defend themselves with. And once that happens, they're gonna get connected. And once they're connected, they're gonna be hypnotized. And once they're hypnotized, they're not gonna be able to leave the state of connection. They're gonna be stuck in the state of connection. That's why people, I think that's also one of the things that gang stalkers are like, oh yeah, why don't you try to get this, this technology thing, or why don't you try to get this buy things to defend yourself from gang stalking. So you spend your money, and so that you don't have anything to defend yourself with. That's why. That's why they're trying to make the targets spend money on all these crazy technology things. Because if you don't have money, you can't do anything. If you feel like you don't have a way to defend yourself, and you spend money, honestly, I don't know that I have no idea that if I go into a different state that the gang stalking will stop. I don't know. I really don't know. But to be honest, I doubt it. I might be wrong. But to be honest, I think that the only way that anyone could escape this is by moving to like an entire different state, to an entire different country, changing your name, and then losing everything that you were before. I think that's the only way that would actually happen. That's the only way out. I think is that of people being like switching to a different country that speaks a completely different language, and and then just change your name, change your last name, change everything. That's what I think. That's the only way that I think anyone could actually escape that. But I'm not trying to escape. So right now, I already understood everything that is done and the harassment. I understand why. And maybe in this channel we might be going through a little bit more about the psychology, about how your self-perception affects everything. We have so much to uncover, you guys. Oh, well, I'm gonna try to relax a little bit. I'm gonna clean, and I am gonna see what else we're gonna cover in this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, well, anyways, sorry. Update: the swing of my car isn't happening. I switched places. The harassment at work I know it's gonna stop. And I'm pretty much gonna be a how do you say, a perfect citizen, a perfect employee who doesn't engage in any type of activity that can expose him or her to any type of devious people that would try to um, to have me engage in any type of behavior that would lead to drug use or that would lead um, to anything that would encourage gang stalkers to engage. Why? Because, well, that's who I'm gonna be from now on, and also because I have to unfold everything that I have learned in the past couple of weeks, where the gang stalking was real, where the gang stalking was hard, where my coworker, where I was sensitized, and all of that stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and expect a lot of videos pouring out of this channel because we have so much to talk about. Thank you. Bye.